Hey yo, what is going on guys? CashinClean here. So for today's video, I just wanted to talk about how OP this cake is over here. So if you get to step number 10 in the quest line, you will have this stuff unlocked in the hub area. And just in case you guys can't access any of the event related stuff, you have to complete the tutorial quest line. It'll probably tell you somewhere in your quests, either in events or quests, but it'll say something like you have to go to the tutorial and talk to Quebsley. And when it says talk to Quebsley, you have to actually go to the tutorial. You can't just find him in the hub or anywhere else. It has to be the tutorial. And actually, let me switch classes here. I feel like I always record on Boomerang or Shadowhunter. Let's just do Draco, for example. Let's give him some love. Okay, so anyway, during the quest line, you're probably gonna get this cake from this house over here. So if you do want to craft it, you can just go to this bench and craft it over here. It'll take a bit of resources, but it is doable. And if you do want to get it for free, you can get it from this cake. And the cool thing about this cake is that not only do you get 450 lights, but you get a bunch of EXP. Now this is going to be massive, especially on Saturdays and with Patron if you happen to have that. And even if you don't have Patron, that is fine. This is still a ton of XP. So if you have to level up classes or if you want to work on your Paragon badge, then I highly recommend getting the cake. Now the thing with the XP, if you claim these items over here, there's going to be 3 things you can claim. They give you XP, but shoutouts to Summer for this, by the way, because I did not know this. But it looks like it doesn't work with the experience gained with this cake. So you will get XP, but it's not going to be added on pretty much, if that makes sense. But what it does do is if you farm dungeons, for example, or farm ships, or whatever you end up doing for XP, then it'll apply. So I highly recommend it. It's a really good item. 450 light. It's debatable if it's better than the runes or not, but this is really good. Plus 5 flask capacity as well, like 100 magic fine. It's really good. Sadly, it doesn't last forever. It's until the event goes away. But until the event goes away, you guys should make use of it. All you have to do is just complete the tutorial quest line. I believe you have to get to like level 10 on a class or something like that, or you might not even have to. Either way, the beginning part of the quest is super easy. If you don't know how to do it, just follow along in my quest line video, but the steps are pretty straightforward. And when you get to step number 10, then you can start claiming these things. Now, one more thing I do want to mention, apart from the XP, is that this thing over here gives you light, and it's 200 extra lights. 200 or 300, I'm pretty sure it's 200 though. And it is going to be a buff that lasts for 3 hours. You should notice it up here, it'll say 3 hours. And I'm pretty sure when you log off, the timer stays at what it was before. So it's not like you log off for 3 hours and then it's gone completely. It shouldn't be like that. But the moment you claim this, you get extra light. So if you do want to get that extra bit of damage, highly recommend it. Just make sure you're using that when you actually go farming for something. So if you wanted to go farm gem boxes in D13 or 14 or farm the cake dungeons, which by the way, from sources, sounds like Geo topside D14 is going to be the best bet. If you're unable to solo it, you can drop down to D13, or if that's still too difficult, you can even drop down to D9 in Forbidden Spires and just do them there. So you have some options, and yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to talk about for this video. Just know that the cake gives you a ton of XP. I've talked about other stuff in my other videos related to this event, so if there's something I missed and you do want it to be talked about, feel free to drop it down in the comments down below and I will do my best to go over that. And I guess on a side note, one last thing to mention, the cake dungeons you find, so like these for example, I'm over in D14 and then there's the main boss guy at the very top. So when you do fight them, there's a chance you can get some interesting items that I have no idea if they're even supposed to be in the game yet. They're not in the collections, so like if I were to search for these items, it wouldn't show up there at the time we are recording this, but they do show up on the marketplace. So if we took a look at this costume for example, take a look at the market, it's going for 7.3 mil. It's bugged. I don't know why it's showing the old costume for Solarion, but over here it is updated, I guess. I don't know why they did that, but you can see the Flux Potential with the 7.3 mil is a lot. And I would imagine that there's gonna be like a craftable or easier way to get these later on. I'm assuming after the 8th, because that's when the quest line takes off. So return in a few days, July 8th. So there might be more stuff there. Actually, not might. There definitely will be more stuff, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you're trying to make some Flux, farm these dungeons, and if you get the item, you can sell it right away, or you can save it until after the event, like many months later, and the item should eventually skyrocket, assuming there's no easy way to get these items. Because if they make them super easy to get, then everyone's gonna have them. It's gonna flood the marketplace, and not only will it be difficult to sell, but people are just gonna be undercutting you. It's gonna be terrible. So yeah, if you get the item right now, I would just sell it right away, just in case. Maybe you can keep an extra if you happen to get one. Seems like there's some pretty good flux potential with it. And on top of that, you would get the XP with the cake. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for this video. If you have enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you find yourself coming back. And like always, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. And I'll talk to you guys later.